Hello, everybody, Kompass community. This is our first installment of what we are going to call your weekly Find Your Way moments, where we'll come to you and give you some food for thought to get you through some of the hardships you're going throughout your life and how to deal with it. Maybe some little motivation tips to get you through your day, through your week, through your month, through your year, and through your life. So a quick overview of the company. At Kompass, we story life's hardships, helping the world find a better tomorrow. And what that entails is what we do is we dedicate a clothing line to somebody, and 10% of that, 10% of our profits will go to a certain charity. So our first story that we did was a girl who survived breast cancer named Carmen Morales, and 10% of her shirt sales and hat sales will go to a charity called Athletes for Cancer. And we're super excited to announce a brand new story. It's about a woman named Mary Gozick who has gone through ovarian cancer twice and is currently undergoing her third round of chemo. She's a battler, she's a fighter, and she could use your help in any way. So what we did is we wrote a story about her, and here's a product, a sample product of one of the shirts. You buy one of these shirts, 10% of it will go to a charity. It's actually her charity called Peaceful Remedies. Great organization and a great cause. It's a great family, great cause, great organization to support. So what I'm going to do today is read you a passage of her story, just to give you a little preview. So here we go. Sigmund Freud once said, "Life as we find it is too hard for us. It brings us too many pains, disappointments, and impossible tasks. Yet when faced with cancer, the human spirit is powerful, fighting on despite all the experiences the cancer journey entails." Leading the charge was Mary, an amazing woman who was humbled by this entire experience. She told me over the phone that she doesn't necessarily want to be inspiring, yet here she was, inspiring me through her humor, positive energy, and unrelenting ability to keep moving forward to a brighter future. A rising tide raises all ships. Mary was that rising tide for her family. So Mary's going through a third round right now, and thankfully I got to interview her and her daughter Sarah to do this amazing story. So my heart and thanks go out to her whole family for letting me do this. And hearing this story, hearing stories like these, it brings us tremendous sadness, and no one wants to hear about this stuff. So what I wanted to share for you today for your Find Your Way moment was a book called The Trauma of Everyday Life by Mark Epstein. And I want to show you a couple points in it that's going to help you and fuel you get through some hardships in your life. So I'm going to read here a little section. It says on the first page, "Trauma is an indivisible part of human existence. It takes many forms, but spares no one." What a powerful first sentence. So he goes on to talk about Western and Eastern psychology and how throughout different practices, all we're trying to do when something bad happens to us or some type of life trauma or suffering happens to us, we try to move past it and forget about it. And both Western and Eastern seek to escape the trauma, and that's not what you want to do. That's a common thought. Let's escape it into something else. So Mark Epstein brings up a point of Buddhism and talks about the Buddha, and what he talked about the Buddha was a term called Dukkha, and what Dukkha means is life is suffering. Life is suffering, and what he's trying to tell us is that trauma is a part of our life, and we need to make it a fact. And this is what the Buddha said. The Buddha taught that a realistic view makes all the difference. If one can treat trauma as a fact and not as a failing, one has the chance to learn from the inevitable slings and arrows that comes one way. So if we make trauma, instill it in our brains, in our bodies, that it's going to happen, and we're going to go through some serious life trauma, and just know in our hearts that we're going to be able to get through it and realize that that's a fact. just realizing it's a fact is going to help you in life. If you're going through something right now, realize it's happening, instill it into your body and your mind, and make your message. Go out every day and realize it's a fact, and keep moving forward. So that's really what I want to leave you today with this Find Your Way moment. It's just to realize, take some of the information of Buddhism and another different religious practice, and realize, maybe the Buddha had a good insight into life and into life trauma. He goes on to talk about how everyone goes through life trauma. Everyone's going to go through something in their life, and if you're that rare exception, it's going to happen to you at some point. Life is going to keep pushing you down, and you've got to keep picking yourself back up, moving forward. And this is not meant to be a depressing thing. Life. I'm not trying to say, oh, life is terrible. There's gonna be so much trauma, and you're never gonna get past it. No, I'm just trying to say that just instill it into yourself that life is suffering, and you're gonna go through some stuff, and it's gonna be hard. But life is also beautiful. So I want to leave you with one last quote by Chief Tecumseh, a Native American leader, and what he said was, "Love your life, perfect your life. Seek to make your life long and of service to your people, and beautify all things in your life." So at Kompass, our purpose is to serve you guys. And the heartbeat of this whole company is your stories and your hardships. And we want to share them with people and help people and give to charities and donate to people to help people. And if you can find one purpose in your life, or the purpose of this life, a big part of it should be helping other people. And at Kompass, that's what we're all about. So a reminder, on this Wednesday, we will release these shirts, girls and guys. 10% of it will go to Peaceful Remedies, and it's all dedicated to Mary Gosick. So go on our website, read her story, comment on her story, share her story with the world, and we'll keep bringing you new stories, and hopefully every week I will be able to come on here and give you some insight on how to deal with life traumas and helping you get through it. I'm calling it your Find Your Way weekly moments. But I will talk to you guys soon, and stay strong.